Good morning. I'm Finn Graves, and today I wanted to talk to you about applying for an artist residency from City of Tacoma. So, City of Tacoma decided to offer this really cool experimental residency called Creatively Addressing Homelessness. And it's in Tacoma, Washington, and the option is for you to come down as an artist, whoever gets the residency, and deal with the homeless population in Tacoma and city officials and the Public Arts Association and some of the nonprofits that are already on the ground doing work around the homeless population in Tacoma. And the reason behind the experimental residency is because like homelessness is like jumping off the charts for a lot of towns across the Pacific Northwest. And so, especially along the coast, it seems to be having a higher impact. And so, I applied for the residency. And it's actually my first time applying for a residency. And so I'm very highly qualified for it. I have a social science degree, which is the only thing that a social science degree could tie in beautifully with, right? Like nonprofit work. Um, and I have a psych background, which is helpful for dealing with populations that are at risk, as well as I've already been homeless. So I fit in with a lot of the different things, as well as I've been a multimedia artist for over 15 years now, and I've owned my own business for 6. So it's a big deal that I applied for it, but also at most I have a 50% chance. So I have I'm comfortable with that. I feel like going through the effort and stepping into trying to figure it out was a really good thing. And I found that both Bethany and Darcy Neal, who owns Lady Brain Studios, and Bethany, who's my partner, they really helped a lot when I was doing it. And they helped me like really pay attention to what I was doing and editing things. And also, dude, the Grammarly app is amazing. Side note, I love it. I love it for writing. I love it for blog posting. It catches all the little things that my brain doesn't even focus on. And so I found that really, really helpful to use that stuff. So I've applied. I got my application in a couple days early, and I used 3 different projects. I used the urban art gardening project that Bethany and I have been working on for like the last 6 years, which is just it's an experimental like multimedia gardening slash art experience in our front and backyard. We're always like messing with it. We're always adding stuff to the soil. We're putting in new installations and we're taking down others. Right now in our front yard, we have like 3 really kind of, I think they're very cute, 3 creepy cute scarecrow creatures in our front yard. And I think they're scaring the birds away, of course. We have feral cats, so they're not really scaring the feral cats away at all. But so I used the urban art gardening project, and I used the last time that I was homeless, which has been years now. It's been like 7 years, and so it was after Nora and I got divorced, and I ran away to Hawaii, and I was just like, everything is terrible. I have to run away, and I need to get away from everything and everyone, and I did. But what came out of it was a photography project called Hawaii on Foot. So I used that as one of my projects to submit for it. And then I used this last year's experimental like psych and art project, Thrive Art Therapy Workshops. And I interviewed Haley to see what she thought of it and to get like an expert testimonial. And it was really fun. I really enjoyed interviewing her. I kind of think that I'd really like to interview more people. I think I'm going to be poking at Christopher Creed, and I'm probably going to use Darcy as one of the artists that I interview. So, and maybe I'm going to see what Jesse Reno thinks about it, because him and Melissa have really, really beautiful art, and they work in a studio together. So it might be fun to do a couple artist interviews. But I really enjoyed the process of interviewing Haley, and it just felt like nice. I actually used that thing. See that thing right there? That's the thing that I use to interview people and to video blog on. So yeah, I feel good about what I did. I feel comfortable with the fact that at most I have like a 50% option to get it, and I also feel like pretty hopeful because no matter who gets this project, like it's really gonna make an impact. And making an impact in social justice work is really important to me as an artist. It always has been. And I feel like art heals communities. And I feel that the way that artists create communities and the way that we reinvent beauty in different forms is a really important cultural creation. you know, and we interpret what's going on in our culture, and we emphasize different aspects that are really important to us. So it's viewed through this deeply personal lens. And so I feel pretty grateful to have gotten my application in and to have finished my education so that that gives me something else on my application and to have like really good professional resources. So, yeah, it's a really cool project. I recommend you check it out and wish me luck. All right, see you next week.